Hi, my fellow scientist, my fellow mathematician. Welcome to our study today, in which we are going to focus on the basic trigonometric formulae. So these are the formulae which are important for grade 9 all the way to grade 13, and also they form a foundation for the basic calculus or for calculus 1, especially when it comes to differentiation and integration. So these are key for the student. So we start by looking at the cosec x, which is given by the inverse of uh, not the inverse, sorry. Cosec x is given by 1 divided by sin x. It follows that cos x times sin x is equal to 1 because 1 is the inverse of the other. So cos x is like 1 over sin x. So when you multiply, you are going to get 1. So that is the key. Number 2, sec x is 1 over cos x, meaning that cos x multiplied by sec x multiplied by cos x will give you 1 as indicated here. Number 3, cot x multiplied by 1 over tan x. Cot x is equal to 1 over tan x, meaning that cot x times tan x will give you 1 because 1 is the inverse of the other one. And then next, tan x is given by sin x over cos x, meaning that tan x multiplied by cot x is equal to 1 because 1 is the reciprocal of the other as we have found. Now, sin squared x plus cot squared sin squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. The proof of these ones can be found in my study, and I will give the link below so that you can get the proof of this one. Next is cot x. Cot x is so tan x is equal to sin x over cos x. Cot x is equal to cos x divided by sin x. So it is from here whereby we have said that cot x is equal to 1 over tan x. So it is the cot x is the reciprocal of tan x. So reciprocal of sin x over cos x will be given by cos x over sin x. From this one, we can make sin the subject of the formula by subtracting cos squared both sides. When you subtract cos squared both sides and we get the square root, then we are going to obtain this one. That is subtracting cos squared both sides and taking the square root. That is another formula which can be derived from this. From this formula, we can also subtract sin squared both sides and take square root of cos this side and the other side to obtain cos x as equal to square root of 1 minus sin x squared. Also here, we can divide this equation by cos squared dx. Both here, we divide here by cos squared dx to obtain 1, here by cos squared to obtain tan squared x, and here over cos squared to obtain sec 1 over sec squared x. So this is the result. whereby tan squared x is the same as sin squared x over cos squared x. Cos squared x divided by 1. Cos squared x divided by cos squared x will give us 1. Sec squared x is the same as 1 over cos squared x. You can divide here by sin squared x, and here by sin squared x, and here by sin squared x. Here we will have 1, and here cos squared x divided by sin squared x will give us, is going to give us cot x, and here will give us 1 over sin squared x, which is the same as cosec squared x. Yeah, this is the result. 1 plus cot squared x plus cosec squared x. From this equation, we can subtract 1 both sides and take square root to obtain subtracting 1 here and taking square root. We are going to get tan x is square root of this. Similarly here, you can subtract 1 both sides and taking the square root to obtain this result here. That is subtracting 1 both sides and taking square root of cot x to obtain cot x is equal to square root of cosec squared x minus 1. At the same time, we can now we can take square root from this one, this equation here. Taking square root both sides, we are going to get sec x is equal to square root of this from this equation here. From this one, taking square root there. Similarly, we can take square root of cosec x squared to obtain this result here. So those are the main basic trigonometric equations, as they can be seen there clearly. The main trigonometric formula which can easily be obtained and derived. So they are very important. Take your time to master them because all of them are important. Basically, they are derived from sin x and cos x, and also from this fact that sin x squared plus cos x squared is equal to 1. So they are simple to derive and they are simple to obtain, but they are very, very important when it comes to learning calculus in undergraduate student. All the calculus will require this simple trigonometric formula. Even to derive the more complex formulas like the sum to product of trigonometric identities, double equation, product to sum, and the double angle and the half angle formulas. All these will be needed when you are dealing with the double angle, half angle, triple angle, sum to product, and the product to sum. They will become very, very important when we will be learning how to do that conversion. Finally, we look at the trigonometric ratio, which are obtained from SOHCAHTOA. S stands for sine, O opposite, H hypotenuse, C cosine, A adjacent, H hypotenuse, tangent, opposite, adjacent. So we consider this right angle triangle here. This right angle triangle here, and we are going to see sine theta will be given by opposite divided by hypotenuse. Cos theta from SOHCAHTOA will be given by adjacent all over hypotenuse. And tan theta from SOHCAHTOA will be given by opposite all over adjacent. Cosec theta, it is the inverse of sin theta. So it will be given by hypotenuse all over opposite. Then sec theta, it is the reciprocal of cos theta. So it will be given by hypotenuse divided by adjacent. And finally, cot theta, it is the reciprocal of tan theta. And it will be given by adjacent all over opposite. Bye bye. Thanks so much for watching. So today we have considered basic trigonometric formula and the trigonometric ratios, which are very important when it comes to learning of calculus. They form a foundation for learning. So I hope that you will keep on practicing so that this becomes part of your system, because they are going to be very, very useful in the further learning of mathematics. Thanks so much for being part of this project. Bye bye.